Hello Aquarius. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Morgan Greer Tarot. For the supportive oracle cards, Energy Oracle cards by Sandra Ann Taylor. For some reason, I was having a hard time spinning that out. All right, I already shuffled Aquarius. Why do I think this is going to have a lot? It's already seeming like we have a lot. Ooh, really good ending. Okay. A lot of cards. A lot going on here. Okay. Starting off, positive energy. It's actually... I think it's pretty positive the whole way through for you. The other person, I don't know about that. But you seem to be doing very well. Very well. The door to personal happiness and healing. Healing and happiness, however you want to say that. Coming in with the Ten of Cups for you, starting this right off. You fit very well. You're able to tell people or show people the truth of a situation. This seems to be a very, I have to say, kid glove moment for you, because you can be very harsh if you want to be, but when I'm feeling this energy, you're kind of getting more, you're like, the more honey I use, the more sugar I use, the better this goes. That seems to be the Ten of Cups energy, and you're kind of helping people deal with reality. The thing is, there's kind of a balance to this. As long as they're working with you, you'll play nice. And at this point, they're working with you. So since they're working with you, you're playing nice. That's kind of what I'm feeling from that. I think that Aquarius can be a little saucy when you want to be, make it a little spicy when you want to be. Kind of like, if I'm not getting the honest truth here, then, I can do what I have to do to get people to tell me the truth. But people are being receptive, and they're telling you the truth, and they're playing nice, so you're playing nice. You got the man holding the heart in the environment. Somebody's very honest with you, but they like how you think, they like how you handle things. So they're being very honest with you. They're helping you find the truth out of whatever the situation is. Everything seems to be melding quite well. Rest and rejuvenation with the King of Rods. Very interesting. So there is a lot being done here, but I feel like there's not a lot of stress. It's almost kind of like, it's almost like knowing that the grocery shopping has to be done, realizing there's a lot to be done with that, but kind of like the list is already there. You just got to go to the store, pick it up, get it done, bring it home, do the next, put it away. Like, it's just kind of like there's a lot to be done, but there's not a lot of stress about getting it done. It's kind of like there's ample time to get it done. It's just about staying on schedule and getting it put into place. And everything seems to be working that way. I feel like that's why another reason you have the Ten of Cups. Kind of like everything is working out. There's a lot to be done, but it's not stressful. Just everybody does their part. Nobody has to be upset. This is how this is starting. It's very interesting to me that rest and rejuvenation is there. But I get like the fact that things are getting done seems to like make people like, oh, I don't have to worry about that anymore. Okay, that's good. Wait, that's done too. We did that on time. Okay. Things have to be done tomorrow, but yeah, everything's on plan, and that's not till tomorrow, so I can rest for now because I know I'm going to do that tomorrow. Everything's on plan. When I'm feeling rest and rejuvenation, I feel like it's rejuvenation, yeah. It's because things are on plan, and things are kind of set up in a certain way. The next phase comes in. There's like 5 of them here. There's like 5 of them. The next phase comes in. Healer of the Ages is on your side. The Justice card comes in with it as well. There are people here who lack. They have a lot that they're lacking. When I'm getting with the Healer of the Ages and the Justice on your side is kind of like, I understand you don't have as much as you'd like. If you want to change that, I'll show you how to change that, but this is what you're going to have to do to make that change. Kind of like if you want to afford that nice house, you're going to have to start saving some money and improving your credit. Here's how you do that. Here's what you're going to have to cut back on. Here's how you get that extra money. Here's the extra job you'd have to do. you're showing people and helping people move forward, but you're like, it's going to take a little extra work, but you can do this. That's the Healer of Ages with the Justice, saying, all right, you want that? I can help you make that happen. They're walking away from this possibility, though. There's constraints. It says financial constraints, but I'm feeling constrained. They feel constrained. You are helping them. You're working with them, with the thinking woman. You want that to happen. This is how to do it. You're working with them and saying, well, you don't want to do that. You could do this. If you're okay with stretching out your timeline, you could do it this way as well. If you want that house this year, you got to do it this way. If you're okay waiting about 5 years, you can stretch this out and make it a lot more comfortable for yourself as long as you're okay waiting 5 years. You're working with this energy, trying to explain that you could do it this way, you could do it that way. They're feeling like there's too much they're lacking, and they're walking around from these possibilities. They're just saying, nope, this isn't for me. I guess I just won't have a house or whatever it is they want. They're like, well, I guess I just won't have it because there's too much I have to do that I don't want to do. So I'm not going to be able to fulfill my dream here, not the way I want to, so I'm just going to abandon it. They seem to be abandoning it. The thing is, you're like, I gave you options for you to make yourself happy. You could make that happen. I'm even helping you get the extra job or whatever you need. And they're like, nope, I can't do that. I'm going to move on. Okay, that's your choice. This is weird. But let's see what we're saying here. In the environment, victory with the Three of Swords. Somebody's playing the pity card. That's what I'm feeling with this. Because I'm like, how can you have victory with the Three of Swords? And I've seen this before, and that's when somebody is kind of like, my life is so hard, my life is so bad, poor me, poor me, poor me. And then that's how they're getting attention, and they're like telling everybody and their brother, oh, my life is so hard, I can't even breathe air without assistance, it's so hard, I can't do it. It's so bad, I can't live. And that's what they're playing. I feel like somebody's playing the poor me card, and that's how they're getting attention. Now, I feel like you're watching this, and you're kind of like, you're seeing it off to the side, and you're like, no, that's not how that really is. You got the Page of Cups kind of like, you know what, you're choosing that for yourself. That's not really how that is. I've already talked to you ad nauseum, whatever you want to say. I've talked myself blue in the face to you about this and showed you ways you can make this happen. You just don't like the way you have to do it. The Journey card with the Page of Cups is kind of like, you know what, that's them. They could do this if they want to, but they don't want to, so I'm moving on from this. Your happiness is kind of like by moving on, disconnecting yourself from this energy. You're not happy with them. I feel like between you and them, you're disillusioned with them. You got the broken heart, kind of like, it's not really that bad. It doesn't have to be like that. You just are choosing to not make the effort. You're choosing to believe that you can. So you're moving on. This is like the third phase here. So you're just kind of like, all right, fine. That's what you want. That's how you want to play it. Then you play it that way. The fact that the victory here is here with the Three of Swords, that's like blowing my mind though. But literally, it's like somebody's playing the poor me card, and they're very satisfied with that. I have a think. Okay, I'm moving on. Moving on because I'm thinking of something that I shouldn't say. What's coming in next? Is this person coming back? This person is coming back. I'm like really annoyed with it though. Indecision with the walking away. They really want this to happen. Like they want the end goal, but they want a better way or something that's easier for them to do. They want it kind of handed to them is what I'm getting. So what I'm getting with the indecision and the walking away is kind of like they're still kind of walking away. They haven't really committed to making this plan happen. Like if they want that house, they have to save money a little better, and they have to fix their credit, and then they have to get that extra job. Yeah, that's a lot of work, but if it's the goal they want, that's what they need to do. And they're kind of walking away from it, but the indecision right with it is saying, but they kind of realize that you're right, and they're kind of coming back at you like, is there any other way I could do this? Do you think there's a different way I could do this where I don't have to do so much effort towards it? The base chakra, the root chakra, the red chakra, the first chakra, whatever you want to call it. It's a primal chakra. It's saying that like they're trying out of desperation to find a different way to make this happen. That's what I'm feeling. Because when that chakra is out of balance, that's got desperation all over it. Kind of like when people are like when you steal candy from a baby because you're hungry. That's that type of energy when that's out of balance. And I'm getting that energy is what we got here. They're coming at you, and it's coming a little passive-aggressive with the world. Like, they really want this to happen. They're like, is there a different way you could help me do this? Could I maybe get some type of loan where I could get, like, a low-interest loan? Do you know of anything like that? Some other way I could make this happen so it's not so taxing on me. The world with the Page of Swords is kind of like their last-ditch effort to do this a different way. The world with the page is, like, very passive-aggressive, but this is kind of like last stop. It's either going to work now or it's not at all. Ironically, you have the Sun card on here. You do have another option. I shouldn't be surprised because Aquarius, you're very intelligent. And you're like, all right, I'm going to factor in your ability to work, your ability to put in the effort, along with the possibilities I see in front of you. And I feel like it's kind of like, well, you wanted that nice house. If you're willing to settle for a smaller house with less land and maybe not the best neighborhood, and you're willing to push out your goals a little bit longer, you probably could do it this way. It's almost like you're like, well, I got another way you could do this. It's not as good. It's not as rewarding. But if you just want a house and you're not as picky about it as I thought you were, here's what you could do. This is how this could work for you. You got the Sun card, like you got another option for them. I'm feeling that Sun card is saying you have another option, especially the way this card looks. How they depict this card with this like this bird bath type feel. It's kind of like washing away the old, more possibilities. There's a lot of ideas here. You're like, all right, well, I thought you wanted this really beautiful house in this beautiful neighborhood, but if you're willing to settle for less, I mean, it's just the house you're going to live in for the rest of your life, but whatever. If you're willing to settle for less, you could do this. But the Sun card is saying you're okay with it because it's their life. That's what they want to do. You don't have to live there. But if that's what makes them happy, here, this is another opportunity for you. This is what you could do. They're taking this other option you're bringing forward, which you originally didn't think it was the best option. But for them, it seems to fit them. You got the crown chakra with the heart chakra coming in. You're connecting with, it's almost like you're spiritually connecting to like what really would suit them. It's not your standard. You have higher standards. I feel like your standards are higher than this. You would want the really beautiful, really nice, work for it, make something that's really something you're going to keep and be happy when you're older to have and still be living in. They don't seem to have the same outlook. But you're connecting, like it's like the 7th chakra is like connecting intuitively to what needs to happen here. And being at peace with it is the heart chakra. Like, this is what they want. This is what really works for them. This is what they need. It may not fit you, but it's going to fit them. You're going forward with it. The Wheel of Fortune comes in, too, saying the opportunity is there and they want it, and you seem to hit it right on the head. All right, here's another idea for you. The door of spirit opens for them. The King of Pentacles is right there. Like, the backing, whatever they need to support them on this, it's going to come in. That's what they want. That's what they're going to get. I just feel like it's almost like instead of having like a $150,000 house, they'll settle for one of the $60,000s that are a fixer upper. So it's like less than half of what they originally were going to go for, but that works for them. They're like, I don't mind doing the fixer upper. We can fix on it a little bit every year. I'm okay with that. I don't mind this neighborhood. I get along with these people. They're all cool. I'm all right with it. The Man in the Mirror, or the Magic Mirror. Magician and the Mirror. The Magician and the Mirror. The Magic Mirror. Whatever. You're seeing that this is what fits them. And because it fits them, it's. I feel like you're originally looking at this and like, it's not, this doesn't fit your standards. But it fits their standards. This is what they want. This is what they're happy with. And that's all that matters. So you're like, that's not the house for me. That's not the house I would be happy with. But I'm understanding that's what they want. So here you go. Here's the backing for it. Here's how you put that together. Here's how you make it happy. That door is opening for them. That's what they want. That's literally what they want. The Sun card is the last card coming out. You have the Sun card coming out twice. This second option is actually what's coming through. I feel like this is what this whole reading is about. When you're helping this person, that you really do care about, they matter to you, realize it's about their standards, not about your standards. It's about what makes them happy, because I feel like your standards are a lot higher than theirs, and that's not bad. It's kind of like, if somebody's happy living in a one-room house, in a teeny little one-room house, and that makes them happy, and you're like, I would hate that. I feel like, I would just always be in one room, and it would be like, I couldn't stand that. I'd feel cramped. That's okay that that's not for you, and it's even like your standards are a little higher than that. You want much more, but it's fine that that's all that they want. Their standards are fine, and you're just helping them get what they really want. The whole thing is about reevaluating this and realizing what is their level. What level do they want? And when I say standards and level, I feel like I'm making that sound a little strange, because it's kind of like, it's kind of like if somebody has a life where they're okay making 30 to 40,000 a year, 30 to 40,000 a year, they can pay all their bills, they don't have debt, and they're happy. That's cool. And other people are like, yeah, but that seems like that's just like poverty level. But the way they live, they're like, yeah, but I don't need all those new things. I don't need all that other stuff. I don't need every little thing under the sun. So I'm okay with that. That makes me comfortable. That makes my life livable. And you're like, well, that's not my standard. That's like a different standard than what I'm used to. But that's cool for them. The whole thing here is about adjusting the standard that suits them, and realize that your standard and their standard are completely different. Once you do that, you'll help them find the answer they're looking for, and they can move forward, and they can find what they really need in life. And that's it. Okay. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. It's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.